Hi, welcome. I've got a fishing tip for you today, and it's pretty much a beginner tip, but very important tip. This tip has saved me thousands of dollars over the course of my career. And that is, get yourself a plug knocker, okay? These are useful for getting lures unsnagged from not only the obvious thing, like brush piles, submerged treetops, that type of thing, but also I'll even use this to dislodge football jigs, for example, out of just out of bottom rocks. So it's not just something to knock a plug off of a piece of wood, but also it'll even knock stuff out of rocks. Now, the effectiveness of a plug knocker maybe runs about 90%. So sometimes just no matter what you do, you can't get it back. But this one is like a damaged one. It used to have a ring right here that the line would go through, and it would slide up and down my line through this ring, but that snapped off. So what I've done is I've just attached this carabiner here. So all I do now is I open that up, slide the line through the gap, and now close it. And now my lines runs through this, and then I drop this weight down, and it'll just follow the line down to the plug. And then a lot of times just the weight alone of this contraption here will knock the plug off of there, but not always. So all these other things I have on here are actually very useful, because like I said, the weight of this alone sometimes doesn't knock the bait off. And when that's the case, what these rings do is they will grab a hook, one of the open hooks, hopefully. And if you can snag one of those hooks and then give it a good yank, a lot of times you can jerk it right off of there. Or sometimes you have to pull it really hard, and it might straighten the hook, but you still get your bait back. Then I have an open deal right there, and that is useful for, because a lot of times your snag, especially on our old, a lot of our lakes are getting really old, and there'll be just wads of fishing line around stumps or whatever sometimes. So your crankbait might be lodged in a wad of fishing line that's wound around a stump. So this hook here will snag that line, and then you can just rip it up with that. Now I've got a pretty heavy, pretty strong rope on there. And that's useful because sometimes I'm pulling the whole dang brush pile up off the bottom to get my bait. So anyways, you can find these, just go online, look around for plug knocker, and you'll find different varieties. So I'd strongly recommend getting one. It's going to save you a lot of money. And really, in Minnesota, I never really used one. It's only, that's where I'm from. It was only until I started fishing down south that I got me some, and it started saving a lot of baits out of treetops and brush piles. But then I learned that in Minnesota I could even use this for saving football jigs out of rocks. And like I said, this is not 100% perfect, but seriously, you get like 90% of them. Anyways, that's the tip for today, and I am going to start fishing some more.